Welcome back to 5 award-winning minutes. This is Stephen Seidel. We have Eziah Syed joining from New York City today. Eziah, how are you?
I'm doing very well, man. Good to see you again. Looking forward to the discussion.
You too. It's been a couple of years, and it's so great to kind of circle back. I know we've been in conversation for quite some time. It's been amazing to see you grow. I would love for you to share with our listeners a little bit about Mend and how your company came about, what the inciting incident is, and what it is that you do.
Yeah, thank you. So, this goes back a number of years now. It's been building this kind of for eight years as a result of a number of experiences that I had in family with healthcare. My mom is a two-time cancer survivor, so she's had two mastectomies to remove her breasts. Recently, at the age of 79, had a knee replacement done. My brother, who's a physical therapist and owns 3 practices here in New York, fell from Catskill Falls, which is like 80 feet. He fell to the ground or to the water below and had major trauma surgeries to repair his body. And then I was training for the New York Marathon, and I had an injury that put me in a boot, which took forever to heal, well past the normal healing time. And it is at that time when I went back to my doctor and said, what more should I have been doing to kind of support recovery? And he said, go home and rest. That I really started to think about the gaps in my mom's care, my brother's care, and my care. And in my particular instance, I was thinking about the relationship between food and healing and nutrition and healing. Was I undernourished? Did that slow down healing? Went pretty deep into that thesis and realized that if we were to bring, and there was a lot of evidence for it, if we were to bring, a new capability into medicine, mainstream medicine, that we'd really need the science. And so we've spent a lot of resources and dollars, some of the capital that we raised to build out randomized clinical trials and mechanistic studies that demonstrate the safety and efficacy of some of our solutions. And then we've also got a behavioral health digital model that really supports patients through an episode of care. So when you think about kind of bringing those two together in a model where we're supporting providers and doctors and really lifting the level of care and adding nutrition into how a patient is treated, it's really a paradigm change. And we think the feedback that we're getting, where patients are absolutely raving about the level of care that they've received through our platform, that we're on the precipice of kind of a sea change on kind of the healthcare delivery model.
It's fantastic. And so for your products themselves, I know that you have a handful of SKUs and products that you typically deal with. Share a little bit more about the way that they could work with this. Is that the powder or drink, or how it is it actually works?
Yeah, so the way to think about our nutrition portfolio is we have products that are for kind of the acute use state. So if you've had an injury or you have had a surgery and your body is experiencing that metabolic demand, we've got clinically proven products that have been studied through, again, randomized trials that you would utilize, either preoperatively, postoperatively. If you're having a surgery or if you have an injury, you start taking those. Typically in powder format. And so you would put it into water or a smoothie or, some type of drink and take that. Those products, those acute use products, as well as our daily use, are now being utilized by 45 plus professional sports teams, U.S. military, numerous hospitals, and really starting to become a standard practice. We also have daily use products because we think, well-developed products with a lot of science that address some of the more systemic challenges that we face that get us sick, right? So it's inflammation, it's cortisol, it's blood sugar, it's muscle wasting and sarcopenia. That if we could give patients, or people rather, the tools in pill format and something that's easy to take, it's not a replacement for the good habit of eating healthy food and getting out and exercising, but it's an adjunctive targeted solution that one can use. Like I use our daily inflammation product and our sugar product every single day because I know keeping inflammation down is very important and keeping blood sugar stabilized is very important. So they're pills, powders, and certainly in the future, we'll look at other formats like, ready-to-make drinks or bars or, gummies where, it's the most appropriate use of those formats.
Great. This is fantastic. In terms of case studies or use case scenario, what's one amazing transformation that you've witnessed? I know we're kind of running out of time, but what's one fun story that you've witnessed that how you revolutionized or transformed someone's life, whether it's sports, military?
Well, we have a quote from one of the leading dietitians in the U.S. military saying Mend has been a game changer for soldier recovery and return to duty from injury and surgery. I'm getting on, I feel like, on a daily, if not every other day basis, verbatims from patients that are saying, "Oh my God, this is the best healthcare experience I've ever had. You alleviated a lot of my stress and my worry, and you were with me through the entire journey." You're a 75-year-old person having a major, surgery like a knee replacement is a scary thing, and when there's a team there to support you through that, it can be truly transformational. That keeps me really motivated and gets me jazzed when we get feedback like that.
That's fantastic. Well, I really appreciate you coming on. I just had knee surgery. I wish we would have connected a little bit earlier. I would have been taking them in, but I'm going to follow up with you and see if we can, implement some of these things. And for you listeners, if you want to learn more, you can check out men.me. You can also go to dailynewsnetwork.com. Really appreciate you joining again. It's so good to see you. It's been too long.
Good to see you, and thank you for having me, and congrats on this show, and keep spreading the good word.
Yes, absolutely. And keep on making an impact in the world. To do good, give back, and make an impact. Thanks, bud.